When things like this happen, people immediately jump to the conclusion of who can be the culprit. And it's very easy to point the finger at Israel. Why? Well, because Israel is objecting to any kind of an agreement on the Iran nuclear program, unless it's extraordinarily tight and meet all of Israel's requirements. Furthermore, Israel does not trust, which is important, does not trust that the United States is going to actually be able to reach a really, really watertight agreement. And that's another problem. And certainly does not trust the Iranians to deliver on whatever it is that they agreed to deliver as a result of such an agreement. So you might say that Israel will have a special interest in trying to find out what's really happening in these negotiating rooms. I cannot say to you, yes, Israel has planted such devices or such viruses, but it's entirely possible. But that is not necessarily also exclusive to Israel. The Saudis have the same interest in knowing what's going on. They may have lesser capacity to do so than the Israelis, but you can point out the finger at a number of culprits who would like to know more from the real source where things are happening, what actually is taking place in these negotiations in order to be better prepared in dealing with it in the future. Well, first of all, the first point that I made, and I absolutely believe that unless the Sunni Iraqis see or envision where their future is going to be, they will not have the strong motivation and the desire to fight ISIS only to be once again subjugated to the whims of the Shiite government in Iraq. They're also looking at what happened in Kurdistan, and I know that they are thinking very seriously. In fact, they want to have some kind of autonomous rule to be free to operate their own affairs, their own issues from the Iraqi Shiite government. So my feeling is that if the United States would like to see or wants to see the Sunni tribes in the 3 Sunni provinces to actually fight ISIS instead of joining them at once in a while. In fact, they've been joining them at one time or another. Then they're going to have to promise or to suggest, to offer that now to begin a negotiation, what is going to happen a year or 2 or 3 down the line once ISIS is defeated. But you cannot wait until ISIS is defeated to start this process. The Sunni needs to know today, and so I think the negotiation with the government in Baghdad and with the Sunnis themselves ought to start now so they can see the light at the end of the tunnel.